That storm escalated quickly yesterday. Then it moved out quickly. Then it was sunny like it never happened.
Yep.
It's Kyle, Brian, and Sarah Mix, but a concerning text that Brian and I got from you yesterday afternoon, Sarah.
Yeah, so I have a degree in meteorology from NC State, and therefore I enjoy bad weather. I love bad weather. I find it, and you guys always give me crap about it.
Oh, yeah. First thing she said yesterday morning is, it's so exciting.
It is exciting.
But for meteorologists, I get it. It's weirdly your guys like Super Bowl when bad weather comes through.
You guys are built differently.
Well, it's just like, you study it, you learn about it, and you want to see it,
Of
right?
course. Yeah, it makes sense.
So yesterday I'm driving home from somewhere, and I get the alert on my phone, tornado warning in your area. And I was like, huh. And then I turn it to WRAL, and I'm listening to it, and she's like, and Elizabeth Gardner's like, yes, it's on. The rotation that we're seeing is on Creedmoor and Lynn. That is where I live.
Oh, my God. You live right near that area.
I live right there. And I was like half a mile from home. And I get to cover, and I was like, and I'm looking over to my left because I was driving up Lynn at the time, and I was like, it was dark. And I was like, oh, and sometimes it's a matter of like you know too much because I'm looking around. Nobody is like panicking. And I'm like, y'all, it's right there.
The irony.
Yeah, exactly. And so I am like busting hump through my neighborhood real fast getting home. I get in the house and I was like, Eddie, there's a tornado coming. He's like, when? I was like right now. And he was already downstairs because we have a basement because that's our second floor is kind of underground. And so I'm down there in his office with him and he's looking. He's like, oh, my God, that's so close. I was like, yeah. And so I immediately run to the window and I'm like, I'm going to see this bad boy come in. And I'm like looking. And then he's like, oh, it's moved northeast. And then it definitely it totally missed us by like just a couple miles. But it was a pretty exciting 10-minute span, I'll tell you what.
Well, it pops up and escalates so quickly, You're like, you're fine, and we got the, tornado watch.
Yeah.
And then when it transitions to the tornado warning in your area, that's when obviously it's a little more serious. Even crazier, you're on the road.
Yeah.
Where they're like, oh, yeah, in this area. Wait a second, I'm on this road that they're talking about.
Exactly. I floored it in the neighborhood.
I bet you did. And,
yeah.
and of course, you like so many other people, when a bad storm comes through, it's like, gotta see it, gonna go watch it on my porch.
Yep. Well, I opened up the window. I mean, I know enough, like, when I see debris to go take cover, but I have a really good house for tornadoes because part of it is underground.
Yeah.
And I have big closets with no windows, so I have a really good safe space. So I was right there by the closet, and I was like, okay, I'm watching, and nothing happened.
It's good that you have a safe space. I always felt bad in elementary school. They take you through the drill in Indiana because we have a lot of tornadoes there.
They did it at the schools yesterday.
No kidding.
In Wake County.
I always felt bad. We grew up in rural Indiana, Kyle and I, and some people live in trailer parks. And I always felt really bad because they would go through the drill like, hey, if you're in your home, go to the basement. If you don't have a basement, go to the bathroom because there are no windows there. And if you live in a mobile home, go find the nearest ditch. And I remember being like 7 or 8 and thinking, that's the plan? If you live in a mobile home, you have to go outside and find a ditch?
That's bad. Yeah, but yeah, they're so light, you know?
For me, I think the same thing. I live in a budget-friendly home in Wendell Falls. It's one floor. And I don't have
2 floors.
Well, on the first, I'm saying like I don't have. I'm sorry.
You don't have a basement.
I do not have a basement.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, it's 2 floors. I'm almost there, Sarah.
Sorry.
Yes. No. I know. I have a 2-story house. What I'm trying to say is I don't have like an interior on the first floor. I don't have like the bathroom that's like on the inside of the first floor.
Yeah.
And I'm thinking, if there's a tornado warning in Wendell Falls, where am I going? Into my pantry?
You should go into that place under your stairs.
Yeah, I have like a little storage area, but I don't have like the go-to spot. I'm like, what am I going to do? Am I going to throw down the mattress downstairs and hide underneath the mattress? Where am I going to go?
You're telling me Wendell Falls doesn't have a storm shelter for all of its inhabitants?
Yeah, it's we probably do. I just haven't heard about it yet.
Oh, we've got a storm shelter and a bomb shelter. It's right under the farmhouse.
Well,
so you can grab a beer and then wait out the storm.
The farmhouse is like the Denver airport. You're right, Brian.
It is.
It's 6:49, Sarah. Glad that you're okay. Sorry that you had to experience that turbulent 15 minutes
you say
yesterday.
I'm sorry. She got her.
Oh, she loved it.
I loved every second of it.
Yeah.
I did want my house to get torn up, but I mean, as a meteorologist, I was like, oh, am I finally going to see one? And then
it was the best 15 minutes of Sarah's year so far. All right, 6:49. It's Kyle, Brian, and Sarah on Mix